This woman becomes a better version of herself every day, and I'm proud of her for that.
Bastard!
Yeah.
It looks like it landed on your face.
Stop throwing your trash in my yard!
You need to
I
quiet
will
down.
put it out!
No, you need to
If
pick it up.
No!
Pick it up.
You! Excuse
No,
me!
pick it up.
You are throwing trash!
Do you not see all the
in
bags?
my yard.
You see all the bags
I
I
am
picked up?
putting it
Half
out
of it is
from
yours.
my yard!
What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're going to be covering TikTok's craziest neighbor, who we are going to call Dolores. Now, I'm sure we've all heard different stories of people who have had to deal with crazy neighbors, and maybe you've even had to deal with some crazy neighbors yourself. You know, the type of people where, God forbid, the football goes over the fence and now all of a sudden in their mind there's a valid reason to start World War III. Yeah. Well, earlier today I was scrolling on TikTok, seeing what I wanted to yap about, and before I could even finish my thought, I was greeted by an old lady screaming at her neighbor, and then I began to have flashbacks. You see, when I was a kid, my next door neighbors were very interesting to say the least. Not only did they have a whole entire botanical garden in their backyard, but if me or one of my buddies back then even dared to step foot on their side of the yard, they'd go and complain to my parents, making a big deal as if grass wasn't made to be stepped on in the first place. And I'm not gonna lie, as a kid who was just trying to run around my neighborhood and have fun, it was always a buzzkill when my neighbors intervened. Like, I was already a decently bad kid, so the last thing I needed was my neighbors, of all people, giving my parents more reasons to get me grounded. And before I say this, I do want to mention that I'm not exactly proud of this, but in protest of those neighbors, sometimes at night, I would go out at like 2 a.m. to pee on their bushes and flowers, just so I can mark my territory. Now, eventually my next door neighbors would find out that it wasn't their sprinkler system that was quote unquote watering their plants. Instead, it was my raging bladder after drinking way too much Gatorade. So they ultimately decided to set up camera systems before moving out shortly after, and I never saw them again. So with that being said, let's take a look at this TikTok account named Kitten Mom Plus, who seems to have their own understanding of what it's like to have a crazy neighbor as well. So let's take a look at the earliest video I could find from 2023.
Shame on you! Get lost! This is a decent community! It's not for criminals!
Now, let's not be mistaken. This woman not only put on the most atrocious outfit that 2023 has ever seen, but she woke up on this day as the villain. This lady could be reading a book, trimming the shrubs, doing whatever old ladies do, but instead we got Dolores over here posted up with her phone, recording, while crashing out in her lawn, calling her neighbor a criminal. Now, obviously there's two sides to every story, leaving myself in a bunch of the comments wondering what exactly made Dolores over here so mad. Did the person recording this video do something to trigger this lady into a downward spiral crash out, or is she just crazy? Well, the more I dug, the more I understood that this is indeed a pattern, and the feud between Dolores and her neighbor would only persist as time went on.
I am glad you are taking a picture. Otherwise, people will not know what kind of a person are you. You are a stupid, bad person, bad neighbor, bad person.
Now, I can't be the only one who noticed how Dolores is using a freaking broom to rake leaves, and it's hilarious because one second she's locked in, using the broom to collect the leaves, there's some peace and quiet, then all of a sudden the switch flips and Dolores is right back to crashing out. Not to mention Dolores' stylish decision making and pairing the light blue My Little Mermaid pants while doing yard work. Honestly, if Virgil was still around, I'm sure he'd be taking notes.
I will not allow you to trespass. I have been giving you notices. Okay. Do not trespass. I will not allow you anymore to trespass.
To the police and to the court.
Okay, go to the police.
No, you go.
You have been lying all along that I have done this and that. I will not allow you.
Don't touch me.
I will not touch you.
Actually, I am going to take this.
Now, as you can see here in Exhibit 3, Dolores went from wilding out in her lawn to now going head-to-head, squaring up with her neighbors, and even threatening to bring the police into the situation, all while showing her undying love for fashion with a vibrant example of cheetah print on her shirt. You see, Dolores may not have that dog in her, but she sure as hell has that cat in her. And as we watch more videos, we can start to build a picture as to why Miss Dolores is always so excited to see her neighbors.
Go to hell.
What did she tell me? Go to hell?
Yeah, I said that. Go to hell because you are a criminal.
What did I do that was criminal?
Because you are not respecting others' property. You are throwing your garbage in other person's property, in my property.
After watching this clip, we know Dolores is serious. Hand on the hip, phone in the hand, with the minty green hair complemented by a beautiful purple dress that reminds me of SpongeBob in this specific episode. She didn't come to play today, and we finally know why she's so fed up.
What garbage?
This garbage that is landing from your trees.
It's landing from my trees. That's
Yes,
exactly
and then
correct.
You are throwing it in my yard.
According to Dolores, her neighbors are throwing trash in her yard that falls from the trees. You know, some people would call her crazy, but I think Dolores is a scientific genius. Maybe we should be listening to her. Humans have inhabited the earth for thousands of years, and we are just now finding out that trash indeed falls from trees? This woman isn't only an anomaly, but needs to be protected at all costs. Now, as time went on, Dolores' crash outs only got worse, even going as far to call her neighbor's job and the police, according to Kitten Mom Plus, responding to a TikTok comment, as you can see here. Dolores here would continue to be a nuisance to her neighbors by using her trusty leaf blower to blow leaves from her yard into her neighbor's yard, essentially doing the exact thing that she's complaining about.
Excuse me. Don't blow that in my face. Excuse me. Don't blow that in my face. Do not do that.
You see, chat, this is called hypocrisy. But eventually, a different neighbor would come outside and confront Miss Dolores about her actions. So obviously, things just get more and more heated because apparently Dolores decided to drop the leaf blower and pick up a hammer to start swinging at the lady in all black.
On windows.
She come here as a liar.
And throw away things from her yard to your
You
yard.
are true to your
Here,
nature.
She
Oh,
just
yeah.
did it here.
Look at her.
She does it
She's
here.
the one.
Every
She's
day.
the one throwing all her
Every day
trash
you
in
do
my
it.
yard.
Every
Excuse
day.
me.
Every day you do
Okay,
it.
let the
Every
police
day.
come. Police is on
They
their
know. She
way.
came with me.
They know what she
Hammer.
does.
She came
They,
with a hammer.
I have recorded
And you
her.
like that to
They
me.
know what she does.
You believe
And
it?
they know
With the
what you
hammer.
did.
She do like that. Almost killed me with her hammer. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
You're
all right.
a dangerous
Almost.
person.
But you are still
should be
alive.
in a different
I did
place.
not even go very close to you.
Is
I have
her-
a hammer because I am putting the stake in my property.
You always kill me.
Shut up!
And I know a lot of this video has been me being satirical and joking around, but seriously, I cannot believe this lady is real. The woman in black also mentions how Dolores is outside every day causing issues, and I low-key have to respect the dedication. Dolores decides to wake up on a daily and choose violence. And what's interesting about her is she's always using the most interesting set of tools for raking her leaves. In one clip, she's seen using a full-on commercial broom meant for flat surfaces. Then in the next clip, she's using a frickin' leaf blower, and now we see her using a household broom as well. So what's next? Are we gonna see Dolores in her yard picking up leaves with a poop scooper that's meant for a dog? Who really knows?
Woman, you've lost your mind. Go get some mental help.
Now, I do want to mention that all of these videos that I'm showing you are over the course of 2 years. So as I began to dig deeper, what I found out about Dolores did surprise me. Supposedly, this woman is also a substitute teacher.
Can you imagine her being a substitute teacher?
This woman becomes a better version of herself every day, and I'm proud of her for that.
Criminal will stay criminal. You assaulted me. Bastard!
Yeah.
You are a bastard! Despicable behavior! Stop! 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 Stop!
Did it land on your face? It looks like it landed on your face.
Now, after watching all these clips, if Dolores being a substitute teacher is true, I just can't fathom how that's even possible. Like, does she act the same way at school and in the classroom as she does at home? I just can't even imagine. Like, lady, you are legit spitting in people's direction at your very grown age while having the audacity to call everyone else around you a criminal and crazy.
Stop throwing your trash in my yard!
You need to
I
quiet
will
down.
put it out!
No, you need
If
to pick it up.
No!
Pick it up.
You! Excuse
No,
me!
pick it up.
You are throwing trash!
Do you not see all
in
the
my
bags?
yard.
Do you see all the bags
I
I
am
picked
putting
up?
It
Half
out
of it is
from
your
my
leaf.
yard!
Can you not
I
yell?
am putting it out from my yard! First of all,
Stop yelling.
stop throwing your trash
Stop.
continuously in my yard! I am sick and
That makes two
in
of
my
us.
yard.
I'm sick and tired of you.
Yes, ever since you came here.
Right.
And I know you have a mental health issue. Go get some help before you continue to throw your trash.
I'll show this
By
to the
harassing.
caseworkers.
Yes, you go. Show it to anybody.
Like, could you imagine having this lady not only substituting for teachers, but also being qualified to be around kids? Now, I wasn't the best kid back when I was in school. I was notorious for being a class clown, definitely loud and a lot to deal with. And I was also very careless about any type of the consequences. Like, you could have sent me to the office back then and I would have gone willingly just because I like to get out of class and argue with adults for fun. My point is, if this lady was my substitute teacher back then, she'd be losing her freaking marbles, especially after seeing her crash out over some silly leaves in her yard. All jokes aside, this woman is completely senile, in my opinion, and needs to find some help or something. And after making this whole entire video, I'm still left with so many questions as to why Dolores continuously spends her time this way. Like, if you look behind her, she lives in a beautiful home, and there's always multiple cars in the driveway, leading me to believe she doesn't live alone. But I also can't imagine anyone in that house allowing Dolores to crash out on a daily basis as well. Like, where is her family? Anywho, I'm not really sure if there's like something wrong with this woman, and even if there was, I don't really think that gives her the excuse to be continuously terrorizing her neighborhood. But that's about all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this lady in the comments, and if you've ever dealt with any crazy neighbors yourself, because I'd love to hear some of your stories. And as always, thank you so much for making me a part of your day watching my stupid videos, and God bless.